G'day guys, Steve Morgan for Fishing Monthly Magazines. We've come across Moreton Bay this morning to the beautiful Tangalooma Rex. I'm with Troy Wood from Brisbane Marine. And Troy, you've got a great new brand of boat from New Zealand. This is a profile brand of boat, plate aluminium boat, and I tell you what, that was a great ride across the choppy Moreton Bay.
Yeah, we're Brisbane Marine. We're very excited about these profile boats. We travelled all through New Zealand and we believe we found one of the finest products there is over there, brought it back to Queensland, and hopefully we can spoil you guys with the capabilities of these vessels.
Yeah, well, I'm impressed because coming across that bay, we've got a 10 to 15 knot southwester. You get those cold mornings in Brisbane, all of that, the warm air rises over the ocean, the cool air blows out. This wind will probably be gone after lunchtime, but what is it, a 22 or 26 degrees in the front, flattening out to what at the back?
18 in the rear.
18 in the rear. You sit these couple of Pro XSs on the right RPM, and I could sit down in the seat. You don't have to stand. It's a tinny you don't have to stand up with.
No, it's quite
You can sit in the seat.
Smooth ride, very dry.
In Queensland, we love centre consoles,
yeah.
But this is a hardtop design, and I test a lot of hardtops down south, down in Melbourne. On a day like today, this is a bloody comfortable boat. Like, tell us about some of the advantages of it.
Oh, we're coming into winter. It is starting to cool off. We have ventilated the cabin, put roof vents and sliding windows, but it's nice. And when the wind blows up, you're not in your centre console and it is wet. You have a nice dry ride home.
Yep. It's sort of the ultimate overnight boat, this as well, because it's got a full-length cabin. You know, a grown man can get up there and have a kip. You can go out, you can do the afternoon session on the snapper, drop the anchor down. Exactly, have a sleep, get up, do the dawn session and go back. So that's hard to do in an open boat, or it's even hard to do with the canvas canopies. Like, this is a comfy boat. Now tell me, your ultimate weekend in a boat like this, you were saying, is going to be going up to Fraser, dragging to the beach. This is designed for beach launching, isn't it?
Absolutely. They do a lot of beach launching in New Zealand. It has a reverse chine on the top side of the transom, so when the waves break over the rear, it keeps it dry. So they've designed it around the beach launching, and it's at a weight where it's capable to tow it with your 3-ton truck.
Yeah, that's right. So anyone who's got a twin cab ute that can tow 3 tons, that'll tow this easily, won't it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. This comes in at 2,400 on the trailer.
Yep. Yeah. Look, for me, it's a boat that's been designed by fishermen. Those New Zealand guys, they're all crazy. They don't go out, like we don't go out if it's over 25 knots. They don't go out if it's under 25 knots because they reckon the snapper bite then.
Yeah,
they
love it.
Yeah.
They love the rough water.
We're going to go and take some footage of this, and I'm going to come back to you in a while with some of the performance stats of this boat. But the profile boats, I'm pretty excited about.
I'm very excited, Steve. It's great to have them here, and I can't see which way they go. They're excellent.
So we were a little bit ambushed by Moreton Bay today. That wind from the south came in at probably 10, 15, maybe gusts to 20 knots. But what a great day to test the performance ability of these profile boats. This 735H Limited, it's the top of the line profile boat. And when you look at some of the cutaways here of some of the fit out of this boat, it's beautiful. It's got the carpeted dash that can hold a full 12-inch sounder flush mounted, as they should be mounted. Under the passenger seat, it's got a stove. It's got the full length bunks up the front so you can get out of the weather. And that hard top, we got to give that a great test out because all of the water hits the front, goes away. It's a comfortable ride. We did not get one drop of water on us. It's something that southern boaters use a lot, but Queenslanders we're not quite used to. And I can tell you what, Moreton Bay midwinter, this is going to be a very comfortable boat to be out on. Performance-wise, these are twin Merc 115 Pro XSs. They're the 2.1 litre 4-strokes. They were running a 19-inch inertia prop. Best economy was at 3,750 RPM, where it delivered 40 kilometres an hour and 3 kilometres per litre of fuel burned per outboard, which gives you an overall fuel use of 1.5 kilometres for each litre you put in the tank of this thing, which is very good for a 7-metre plus boat. Top speed was 72 kilometres an hour at 6,000 RPM, or if you took it right up to the rev limiters, 6,400 RPM delivered 73 kilometres an hour, where you only got just a bit under a kilometre for every litre of fuel burn. If you want to drive it economically, you sit around that 3,000 to 4,000 RPM mark, and this is a really comfortable ride. Now, the other thing that's really noticeable about this boat is it's a 7-metre boat that you can actually drive. It's trim sensitive. In the less than 1.5 foot of a chop, you can get this boat up on top of the chop, and it gives you a lounge room smooth ride across the top of it. When it was bigger, up towards a metre out in the middle of the bay, of course you had to use the trim and you had to use the nose of that boat to cut through the swells, but in both situations one of the most comfortable aluminium riding boats that I've been in. It's fitted up, it's designed for fishermen, for fishermen, and it's going to be sold by the guys at Brisbane Marine, and these guys really know their boats and motors. Visit brismarine.com.au for more information, or give the guys a call, or like them on social media at Brisbane Marine on Facebook. But until next time, Steve Morgan checking out from a wild and woolly Moreton Bay.